had a good breakfast this morning as well. Really happy to welcome you back to day 2 of our event, Connecting the Unconnected, Europe and Beyond. So as you see, we have a new setup in the room today that's supposed to be good for interaction. We prepared for that. You see some microphones in front of you. That's because we invite you to share your views throughout the day. And if you do want to speak, please do press that button before you speak, so that our virtual participants can hear you, right? But if you're not speaking, please also take care not to press the button so that we don't catch your voice, right? So I'll start the first part, which is to give a really short opening remarks. But for those who were not here yesterday or I haven't met, my name is Adrian Wen. I am with the Internet Society. I'm dealing with policy and advocacy on connecting the unconnected. In particular, I together with my colleague Joao, the two of us lead this global project. We have a team of really talented experts dealing with connectivity and access issues, and some of them many of them you've been working with for many years now. So I'll kickstart this section by saying that it's a real pleasure to be here to see all of you and our partners. Some of you obviously know about the Internet Society already, but maybe not all of you do. So I'll do a brief introduction about what we do, who we are, and in case there's any question, feel free to ask me anytime. But again, the Internet Society has 3 staff members here today. Okay. Actually, the slides is for the next session, not for now. Yeah, good. Thank you. Yeah. So 2 colleagues of mine are here today. There's David, who's seated here, and Raquel at the back, really helpful with the arrangement. So if you need any help, feel free to let us know. So the Internet Society is committed to empowering unserved and underserved communities to build and maintain their own interconnections. As many of you would know, we've been busy this year working on a few things, and I just wanted to share some of them with you. The first thing that we've been doing has not changed, and that's about building new community networks and improving existing ones, to connect the unconnected. Today is all about empowering communities, so I'll try and put a focus on that, and say we will empower communities to also consider alternative solutions. So it's not just community networks, but also municipal networks and cooperatives. So they can come in different forms, right? But to ensure that these communities can sustain internet access, we are helping them to secure local support from technology partners, from internet champions like many of you here, and the community itself, so that they can connect schools, libraries, hospitals, and other government facilities. So this year we've been busy also advocating alongside our community and allies for more enabling policies, talking to government and officials that favor the growth of independent networks, so that more people can, if they want to, join the internet, be part of this internet, and extend the internet to make it bigger and stronger together. But why do we do this? We want to make it possible for any community in any part of the world to independently grow the internet. So the key word I think is independently here. So we feel that the way that internet works is that there is no central authority to who can or who cannot be part of the internet. Of course, you work together with regulators, with partners and industry players, but you make arrangements. You don't necessarily need permission on this decentralized network. So that's why we've been planning to make additional resources available, such as a do-it-yourself toolkit. It's like a pack of content that helps people if they want to build a community network. Where do they find content? So we're trying to create something like this. Like how do you start building a community network? What are the steps to take? What are some of the considerations you need to have before you in your planning, in terms of financial matters, in terms of community engagement matters, and on making sure you operate within the rules and policies in any given country. So we're thinking of doing something like that, a content that helps people do that more readily. We've also been working on a map. Some of you know that the Internet Society has been in this space for more than 10 years now, and the number of community networks we've supported go up to hundreds. Yeah, safe to say. So we're working on showing the impact of our work over the years by maybe putting all the community networks we've supported on a map, so that you can see where they are, how they are operating now, and what's the status of the networks. So we feel that if both the toolkit, the content toolkit, and this map, when these are complete, we feel that anyone who wants to grow the internet and be part of the internet could have access to some reliable resources and some real life success stories that they can take inspiration from. So connecting communities with local, secure, and trustworthy internet service is, in large part, thanks to the generous support of financial contributors. That has to be said. That's really important part of running any community networks. So this year, we're also working to deepen our relationship with funders and to secure more funding sources through a mix of sponsorships, grants, and donations, so that we can support more great projects like the one we see in Armenia and elsewhere. But I won't go too much into our work in this part. I'll be giving a presentation later on, so that you can know a bit more about that. But for now, I'll pass the mic to Kristine. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Adrian. Sorry, կներեք մի քիչ ձայնս կտրված է, երեք շատ եմ խոսել։
Sorry about my voice. I spoke a lot yesterday.
Ողջունում եմ բոլորիդ։
Today, thank you for joining us today. I welcome you all. I think we'll have a fruitful discussion. We spoke about three main topics yesterday, whether the remote communities, in order to connect them, what strategy and policy should be in place in the states and the partner organizations. We talked about funding for community networks and technical issues and opportunities. We've had very fruitful and efficient discussion, and today we decided to discuss whether the communities, after the connecting, once they're provided with the communication, what kind of solutions could be in place for the communities to be able reasonably and smartly using the opportunities. We will have 2 sessions. During session 1, our colleagues from Kyrgyzstan, Georgia, and Greece will present what was done in their countries upon connecting the communities in their countries in terms of reasonable use. And then after the coffee break, we'll discuss with our Armenian partners what kind of projects are going implemented, because we have different organizations implementing different projects to develop their communities, and their experience and partnership to introduce in the communities which are already connected without the internet society, the community, and we're ready to supply the connection. So I wish us fruitful work. So I would like to focus on one circumstance. Hakop Arshakian spoke yesterday, Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly, during his welcome remarks. It's the security, internet security of kids. It was done a lot over the recent years, because when you make accessible internet to a child, so you have to provide the security internet by teaching both children, parents, and teachers, for them to be able to realize the problems they can face and how to use this efficiently. There will be discussion around this issue, and during session 2, we will talk openly around these topics and the topics you would recommend. Where would you see issues and opportunities? Thank you. I wish the best of luck to us. Let me move the floor to the next presenter. I move the floor to our colleague, David. Hello,